Welcome back to my channel. Today's video I included a dumbbell complete body workout for those of you, like if you're on vacation or at a hotel, or maybe you have an apartment gym that has minimal equipment, or a lot of people come into that gym and there's not a lot of space for you to work. So just grab a couple of dumbbells. You don't need that many. You'll be able to do this in a minimal amount of space. I really like this workout. I was pretty sore. Like my glutes were really sore afterwards, so definitely try it out and let me know what you think.
Okay, so let's get started. First, we have dumbbell squats, curl, and then press overhead. You want to try to get as low as you can on that squat, concentrate on the curl, and then press. You're going to do 12 total. I used 12.5 weights here. Then I went to dumbbell low squat reverse step. So see, my feet are close together and I'm quickly stepping backwards, almost like a reverse lunge. I'm only using this little bit of space here in the gym to show you that you guys can do this anywhere. Then a plank pull through. So you want to keep a flat back and try to not turn your hips as you're taking the weight from one side to the other. Hands stay under the shoulders the entire time. You're going to do these 3 exercises for 3 rounds. You can also modify the plank by setting your knees down. It'll make it just a little bit easier and you'll still get the same effect. Okay, next grouping. We have a dumbbell lunging 1-arm row. You're going to do 12 per side. You want to keep it low in that lunge as best you can, as you see here, and row that arm completely back, keeping that back as flat as possible. As you see, I'm trying to stay as low as I can, but it is very difficult. Then you're going to do a side lunge with a lateral raise. You want to press that hip out. Your toes are facing straight the whole time, and you're raising the dumbbells as you're in the lunge. I'm only using 5-pound dumbbells here. You don't need to go super heavy because you are doing 20 lateral raises total. Lastly, I have a sumo squat with a high pull. You're going to have your feet pointed out like a ballerina, and you're going to drop your hips, keeping your hips tucked, and pull the dumbbell up. The elbows should be facing towards the ceiling. It's almost like you're bringing the dumbbell to your chin, and squeeze everything at the top, quads and glutes. Okay, so now we're on our last circuit. So first you're going to do a dumbbell bicep hold with a bicep curl. So you're holding tension under the one bicep while the other one is contracting with the curl. You're going to do 10 each side, keep the core tight, extend that arm all the way down on that bicep curl. This is really hard. The one arm gets really tired. Next, reverse rows, because I love rows. Back flat, knees soft, pull those dumbbells all the way back and make sure you keep a neutral neck. Then a ab exercise, side plank flies. So you're going to have your body in a side plank, your shoulders are stacked, your hips stay in one plane, don't let them turn, and you're bringing that dumbbell underneath of you and flying it back. You're using that back and the shoulder and the abs all in one exercise. To modify, set one knee down just to make it a little easier. Make sure you do all of these for 3 rounds, and this is the end of the workout. I hope you liked it.
So I just left the gym and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get my favorite skinny vanilla latte with soy milk and half of the sugar, because they put 4 pumps of sugar in this bad boy, so I get 2 to cut back on the calories a little bit, and it still tastes really good. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get myself a little snack. And I wanted to explain real quick little rant about nutrition labels. I was like, oh, barbecue flavored kettle potato chips, sweet and smoky, loaded with crunch. I love barbecue chips. So I was like, you know what, it's fine, I'll get some. I worked out twice yesterday, you know, it's not really gonna affect my, I just mindlessly bought these, honestly. So, you can see that nutrition label. 270 calories. The thing is, you see that nice and big there. And you're like, okay, this whole bag is 270 calories. No. This has 2 servings in it. This is 2 servings. So not one person I know on this earth eats half a bag of a chip bag this big. You just don't. You're gonna eat the whole thing. You're gonna eat this whole thing. All of us do it. I did it. Well, guess what? This is 2 servings. 270 calories times 2. So what? 540 calories in this bag of chips. Okay? So it would have been much better for me to eat 540 calories of a nutritious snack like apples and peanut butter or carrots and hummus or anything but this. This was a mindless buy. So, purpose of the rant, look at your nutrition label before you mindlessly just grab something off of the shelf at Starbucks and then eat the whole freaking thing. It's not worth it. This was not worth it. So this, combined with this, even though it has half the sugar, this is a whole meal with no nutritional value. You want to get your calories from food that has a lot of nutritional value, nutrients. So, end of rant. Barbecue chips. Wasting my calories away.
Okay, what's up guys? So I hope you liked the workout in the beginning of this video, and then I kind of decided, because of the little rant I had over those potato chips I got yesterday, that I wanted to go over how to read a nutrition label. This is the most important thing about a nutrition label, is that you read it. Like, there's a reason it's there and you need to use it. It's going to help you pick out the right foods, maintain a weight, go through, you know, the calories. Maybe you're trying to eat less fat, whatever it is. The nutrition label is there to educate you about the food that you are about to eat. So this is actually, I told you guys I'm in school right now to be a registered dietitian. So this piece of paper right here is kind of like a homework we did. I kind of wanted to show you how to read this and kind of educate you so that you can, when you go to the grocery store, can look at nutrition labels when you are purchasing items. All food items have nutrition labels. These hamburger buns have nutrition labels. These granola bars have a nutrition label. The only items that it's hard to find a nutrition label is obviously produce. They can't slap on a nutrition label on bananas. But you can Google the nutrition facts of a banana. MyFitnessPal is super great. You can type in the food, the size, the brand, and it'll give you the nutrition facts of that food. It's amazing, and I recommend it to anyone who is trying to learn how to use nutrition labels to live a healthier lifestyle. So the first thing I want you to look at when you're looking at a nutrition label is the serving size. Because, like I said yesterday, or in the rant about the potato chips, that bag of potato chips was 2 servings, but they only show you the calories, fat, and all that for 1 serving. So if the serving is 4 potato chips and it says 180 calories, but you eat the whole bag, you ate 4 times that calories that's listed on the nutrition label. So if you can see this on here. So this is actually a nutrition label from Whole Foods for a pack of saltine crackers. So it says up at the top, serving size 14 crackers. Okay, for the 14 crackers you get 70 calories. So for every 14 crackers you get 70 calories. So if you eat the entire box of crackers, you need to multiply that by, so this says servings per container, 15. So you need to multiply this by 15, and that's the actual amount of calories that you ate. Then it goes down the list. You have fat. They list all the saturated, trans, polyunsaturated, monosaturated fat. We have not gone over what all of those mean, so for now just worry about the total fat, your cholesterol, the sodium, potassium, total carbohydrates, fiber, sugar, and protein. On the right here, you can see the percent daily values. So these values here are what percent that this food gives of the daily recommended value for that item. So this, for example, sodium, please focus, gives you 3% of your daily value of sodium. So, pick it up, but there's a percent value that you need of each nutrient for the day. So this food gives you 3% of your daily value of sodium. They highlight in bold the items, that the nutrients that
you know, most people are trying to pay attention to. It just depends on what you're looking at. I always try to look at the sugars. Sometimes I look at the carbohydrates depending on what the food is and what I'm trying to eat. The fat I don't really worry about too much. Being a vegan, I kind of have a low intake of fat due to my low dairy and meat intake, so fat is not a nutrient that I try to lower at all. The calories I also don't worry about because I like to manage my food in a certain way. I also eat a lot of produce, so calories are very low in the vegetable category. But otherwise, any food that's coming in a box, you really should read the nutrition label, because they liked, Trader Joe's is my favorite grocery store. Disclaimer real quick, I'm not bashing them at all because that's my favorite grocery store. But on the front of boxes of foods, they make it super pretty, awesome, try to make it look really healthy, you know, convince you like, hey, this is a health food, you should buy it. But once you look at the nutrition label and you see this doesn't have the amount of sugar I'm about to say, I'm just giving an example, this actually only has 6 grams of sugar per granola bar. But if you buy like another brand, it might look healthy. Oh my god, look at this awesome healthy granola bar, and have 20 grams of sugar. You don't need to be eating this granola bar then. You don't need a granola bar that has 20 grams of sugar. So that's the importance of looking at the nutrition label, because the front can be deceiving of what actually is inside of the food. Another thing that I recommend doing for everyone, whoever reads a nutrition label, is to look at the ingredients, because there may be things in there that you don't even know what they are. And another important thing, when you are reading the ingredients list, so here we go, here's back to those crackers. The first ingredient listed is what the food is the majority of the food is made of. So this food, the crackers, are made, the majority of the food is unbleached wheat flour, okay? So if you see a food and you read the ingredients and it's claiming to be a health food and the first ingredient is sugar, you probably need to put it down, because it's not as healthy as it's claiming to be. Let me find, let's see, here's our ramen. Let's see, we got, I do have ramen in my house. Here's a pack of ramen, okay? Now, ramen does not claim to be healthy by any means, but if you want to eat ramen, maybe you should read the nutrition label and you might think differently of the food. So, 1 pack of ramen, I don't know one person on this planet who eats half a pack of ramen. You're gonna eat the whole pack, but the serving size is half. So you have to multiply everything on this nutrition label by 2. So half of this is 190, so you have to multiply that by 2, because there's 2 servings in this. There's 14 grams of fat. The sodium is 910 milligrams. It's already, half of this pack is 38% of your daily value. So if you eat the whole thing, which I know you're gonna do, you need to multiply that by 2. Also, the first ingredient is enriched flour. Now it is noodles, so that makes sense. But then you keep reading on, and there's all these words that I don't know what that is. Disodium inosinate. What? So that's what I'm saying. Read the ingredients, look at the nutrition label, have an idea of what you're eating before you buy it. And this just brings me back to eat whole foods, you know, fruits, vegetables, beans, legumes, nuts, because those things are natural foods that have all the nutrients that you need. Anytime you buy something in a box, in a bag, something that's been processed, you know, they're gonna have higher calories, less nutrients, and less energy fueling nutrients to get you through your day. And these are the foods that usually cause people to gain weight. If you see my kitchen, well, you can't see most of it, but I'll show you. Like, we eat whole foods here. Like, not whole foods at grocery store, but I eat foods, natural plant foods. So like my entire fridge, like I got spinach, asparagus, strawberries, grapes. I have brown rice, quinoa, carrots, zucchini, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, jalapeno. Like, everything we eat is healthy because it has been minimally, well, or not at all processed. So if you're eating a diet rich in plant foods, whole foods, you know, you're going to minimize your calories and increase your nutrient intake. So that's my rant, I guess, on nutrition labels, the importance of them, and I really hope you guys got a lot of education from that. It's really important to read those labels, so make sure you do it and keep it up. I know you can do it. Okay guys, so that concludes this video. I hope you liked it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and if you have any ideas for a video that you would like me to record, please let me know. Yeah, so see you guys next time.